Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Jack Lee Golf. My name is Jack. We're down here at the Club Indoor Golf Centre. Considering the success of the last video two videos ago now maybe, where I put to the test a TEMU lab putter versus my actual lab putter, I have been back on TEMU and I've bought one of these. So this is probably the most popular shaft on the PGA and DP World Tour and maybe even Live at the minute. This is a Fujikura Ventus Velocore Black 6X shaft. Bought it off TEMU. I'm going to put it to the test today. I'm going to show you how I assemble it to put it in my Ping G430, and I'm going to see if this is anywhere near as good as its 300 plus pound original. Let's do it. So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Like I said, my name's Jack, this is Jack Lee Golf. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you're doing the usuals of liking, sharing, subscribing. Big thank you to all the love that we've had on the most recent uploads. Since I've made a bit of a comeback to YouTube, we've done 2 videos and they've both done fantastically well, so thank you ever so much to you guys. Now what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of a price check on both of these shafts. So let's see roughly how much these are going for. I'm currently on Scottsdale Golf. There is £20 off this shaft. So I have got the Velocore Plus 6 in an X-Flex. They have not got an X-Flex on their website. So we're looking in the region of £280 to £300 for this shaft alone. So that's without the head, 300 quid. On TEMU, I can quite categorically tell you that I did not pay that for this. What I want you to do in the comment section below is I want you to guess how much I paid for this shaft. Don't be going onto TEMU. Don't be researching. I want you to tell me how much I paid for this. We'll soon find out if it's fake and useless, but I want you to tell me how much I paid for this supposedly £280 to £300 shaft. Get in the comments. I will reveal the answer at the end of this video. Right, so that is adapter on. I thought it didn't fit at first, but it's pretty snug, but I've made it fit. Shaft prepared, adapter's on. I've got a slow setting glue, which is a bit annoying, so I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow, get this cut to size. I've not done anything with the tip. You see them sometimes on tour, they stiffen the tip, cut it from this end. I've just left it because I think 6X is plenty stiff for me. So we'll come back tomorrow, get it chopped down to the right size, put a grip on it, and then testing will start.
Tomorrow.
Right, we are back. It is now Thursday. Adapter is on. That's been glued. Now I'm going to cut this shaft to length, pop a grip on it, stick it in my G430, and then we can do some testing. This is the grip in question. It's just a cheap one in case this don't work. I'm not sticking a multi-compound on it if it's a load of rubbish. So. Right, quick 20 minutes or so for this grip to dry, and then we'll stick it on the head and we're going to do some testing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my driver first to get a bit of a test sample, and then after that, it's putting the TEMU Ventus Fujikura in. If you've not yet already, put in the comments how much you think this shaft costs. This allegedly £280, the real one. Get it in the comments now. How much does this cost? Right, it is testing time. So I have my Ping G430 Max head with my Ping Tour Chrome 65 gram X Stiff Flex shaft. We're putting it up against the Ventus Black 6X Velocore. Pro V1 golf balls, GC3, we've got 4 sights set up. Let's hit a batch of shots with both and then we'll review the data afterwards. Right, so a good few shots there with my Ping Chrome X Flex. Let's put the Ventus Velocore in now. Let's see how it does. Exact same neck setting. So followers of the channel know that I'm 10.5 lofted down to 9.5, and we have still got the weight in the heel. One thing I will say, first impressions, we as golfers, to test shaft flex, we obviously like to give it a bit of a wiggle. This does seem a little bit tip softer than what my Ping does. So that is interesting. It'd be interesting to see whether we get it timed up the same. You'll probably see from that batch of shots there when we come to review the data after that I just love this driver. I feel as though it's going to be a little draw more often than not. It's going to help me find fairways. There are drivers out there that help me achieve a bit more distance, but this head, I love it. It is the friendliest. Right then, same again. Same batch of shots. Let's go. Pretty good start. Oh, that was not good. That was a missed strike that time. Spin's definitely ramped up a bit on that one. Necky again. Necky. That one a better strike. Yeah, two pretty good ones in a row there. Cool. Right, so testing done. Let's have a look at those all important figures. Right then, so those all important figures. Let's have a look at dispersion first. So this line here is the centre line. Every line this way is 5 yard. Looks pretty penal, but today I feel like I hit driver pretty well. We can see that the red, which is the Ping Tour Chrome X, has just shaded it versus the Ventus, which is in green, so slightly tighter dispersion, even though it has got a slightly more right side bias, as you'll see with the numbers next. Averages, so ball speed, we had 158.9, slightly faster than the 157.9, which was with my Ping Tour Chrome X. Launch angles now are identical, 14.9 degrees plays 15. Spin axis tilt, interestingly, the exact same, little draws on average with most shots. The big distance and the reason as to why my Ping Tour Chrome X went a little bit further was due to the spin rate. So we had spin rates of 2,603 on average with my Ping Tour Chrome X. Spin averages of 2,959 with the Ventus, a little bit excessive. Carry wise, that translates to 268.7 on average with the Ventus and 273.9 with my Ping Tour Chrome X. Offline, there's not much in it, 1.7 yard left on average with the Ventus, 4 yard right with my Ping Tour Chrome X. And if we take a bit more of a deep dive into the data, we've got Ping Tour Chrome X on the left, Ventus on the right. So on the left, we'll see that ball speeds range from 154.9 up to a high of 160.6. Launch angles, anything between 11.7 and 17.2. That were all strike dependent, so the slightly higher launches was with the slightly higher strike locations. Spin axis tilt just bobbed around a little bit. Spin rates, this is the more interesting one. So we saw a low of 2200, which created a carry of 282.2 yards, and we saw a high spin of 2,949, which dropped the carry down to 268. Offlineness, a little bit of left and right, but averaging about 4 yard right. If we look on the right hand side of the screen, we will see Ventus, so high ball speed of 162.4, which was faster than any with the Ping. We saw the lowest ball speed of 154.3, which was round about the same as the lowest ball speed with the Ping. Launch angles, again, same. We saw earlier 14.9 plays 15. Spin axis tilt, same, both minus 6.1. Spin rate, this is the interesting one. So we saw a low spin of 2,699, which was the average with the Ping, and we saw the highest spin be 3,325, which is definitely excessive. That kicked the carry on that shot all the way back to 258.9. So if there was one differentiating factor between these two clubs, it is the spin rates, and maybe the softness of that tip plays a factor in that. Right, so overall conclusions, as you probably saw on that video then, the only real difference between this TEMU Ventus shaft and my Ping Tour Chrome X, how many times have I said Ping Tour Chrome X in this video, by the way, is that this just spun a little bit more. Now, it does make you dubious, doesn't it? Because I think through getting it via TEMU, you just wonder about the discrepancies. I know how much. I know the reason why this costs £280 is because the level of craftsmanship that goes into making something like this. And as soon as I picked it up and I had a couple of wiggles, it's just one of those things. Is this the same flex? Is it the same weight as what the standard Ventus 6X Black Velocore is? I definitely think I need to test this against the actual one if I can get my hands on it. Obviously, at the minute we have not got the funds to go out spending £300 on a shaft for a YouTube video. But if anyone has one, let me know. We'll definitely put that. We'll definitely do that test because I think it needs doing after that. If you are someone that is in the shaft market, my recommendation before going to the TEMU market is just go get fitted. There are so many shafts nowadays that are not upgrades, which will suit your tendencies way better. As you probably noticed from them numbers, I am pretty dialed into that ping shaft, whereas with this one, just a bit more unpredictable. You probably saw in the shots that I hit as well, a couple more misstrikes with this one through not knowing the weighting of it and the delivery changes a little bit. There's so many little intricacies and dynamics that go into stuff like this. So the last thing that we need to talk about is the price. If you guess between £22 and £23, you are correct. Whether it's worth it or not, I think it goes without saying. I want to hear your comments in the section below. So let me know what you've thought to this video. If you have any video suggestions, any things that you'd like to see in the upcoming videos, let me know. Apart from that, that's pretty much it from me today. So big thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Laters.